Hi, good morning and happy Friday. I would just like to bring to you the Drain Soon Nylon Hair Drain Clog Remover. I noticed after my bath this morning that the water was not draining very swiftly. So I decided to pull out the old Drain Clog Remover. I never ordered the weasel because I already had the clog removed when I found out about the weasel. And so I already had these, right? And I'm like, oh, well, I'll try that in the tub. Okay, first of all, it says it's 5-pack clean clegged drain soon. It's clegged. It's very clegged up. And then it has demonstrations on the back, like floor drain, hair stuck, kitchen basin, food residue, bathtub, loose hair, jam. I don't like that kind of jam. I know what they're talking about, but. And then over here on this side, we have insoluble toilet paper. I thought that was the point of toilet paper, is it was supposed to be soluble, to break down. Maybe not quickly, but why are you using insoluble toilet paper? And then finally we have washing basin for fall gadgets. I like gadgets. Wonder what kind of fall gadgets they are. Okay, well, they have these barbs on them, which, can I just say, hurt. They hurt, okay? They hurt. Well, they come like this. Can you see where this might be a problem when you need to, okay, calm down now, because those barbs do be hurting. Yeah, I'm throwing them in the trash. They come rolled up like this. So I'm trying to stick this in the hole. I removed the tub stopper and I tried to stick that down in the hole. Well, you see them barbs, see, that's the problem. Them barbs, they do be catching on everything except the hair that they're supposed to be catching. And every time you let go, it goes back to a circle. It's supposed to go all the way down, and then you use this to gently pull the clegs from the drain. Except it wouldn't go much further than, go over there before you hurt me again. Got me right in the finger this morning. Yeah, so you know what I did? I mean, I pretty much just pulled it all out with my fingers. It kind of made me want to, because wet hair, oh, am I right? And mixed with like soap and stuff. I mean, I just, go ahead and just, me now, right? Because I don't want to touch slimy, hairy, from a drain. But I did it. And I got that clog removed, that cleg. I removed that cleg. Yes, I did. And I put that stopper back in, and I ran that water, and it went out swiftly, quite swiftly, like it's supposed to. Well then, shabbytreeboutique.com is where I got these earrings. They're probably sold out because they don't order very many of each item because they never know what's going to sell and what will not sell. But if enough people go on there and put a request in, like you go to the order and then you select on it to put it in your cart, and then it says this order is out of stock, but we can notify you when they're coming back in stock or whatever, and you like enter your email address. If they get enough people that do that, they'll order some more. So they're a little piece of wood, and they're wood on the back, and then they have that cute little braided thread piece in the front, and they're not heavy at all. I mean, I used to work with a woman who I would say it's not heavy, and she'd go, oh, that's way too heavy for my ears. And I'm like, it literally doesn't feel like it weighs even an ounce, but I guess if you've got paper thin earlobes, then it might be heavy. I don't know, but mine are pretty meaty, I guess. What? That's gross. Well, it is what it is. All right, Gracie's gonna start hollering again. Why? I don't know, because she's been fed. Oh, can I just say, the other day, you know, sometimes when I say things on a video and then I go back through that video to edit, sometimes it occurs to me that I should probably cut that out because everybody's gonna say something about it. Now, only a couple of people said anything, and it's fine, because I'm not saying that I don't appreciate you telling me. I'm just saying it occurred to me that I should cut that part out, but I didn't. I said, people's going to think that Penny and Gracie are always eating each other's food. But if you watch my videos and listen to the words coming out of my mouth, you would know that Gracie's food is always on the dryer. Her cat food is always on the dryer. Now, I can't keep Gracie away from Penny's food. I can't, because I don't have a place to put hers to where Gracie can't get to it unless I lock her in a room, and Penny's not going to eat like that. She's just not. So anyway, yeah, I had opened a can of salmon, and I put some salmon in a bowl for Gracie and put it on the floor, and I put some salmon on a plate for Penny. Just raw salmon out of a can and put it on the floor. I do this maybe twice a year. I give them some salmon out of the can, because it's got all kinds of good nutrients in it. So it was okay that they were eating each other's food because it was the same thing. Yeah, it's just got lots of nutrients in it, but I know it's not good to give them all the time. But somehow I have kept Gracie alive for 18 years on my own without parental advice or discretion or direction or all them things. I've been able to keep her alive. I kept Charlie alive for 12 of however many years he was on this earth. And Penny, well, I've only had her for coming on 5 years, but I mean, she's still alive. So I must be doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Because Gracie will be 18 in April, and I am her only mama since she left her birth mama. So obviously I'm doing something right, you know? And she still plays, and she still runs up and down the halls at 4 a.m. We won't talk about that, though. We won't talk about Penny needing out in the middle of the night and sitting and staring at the stars while I needed to be asleep. We won't talk about any of that, but I'll reconvene when I go out to walk Penelope in a little bit, okay? Okay. Now then, let's take a break and walk a dog. Let's walk a dog, okay? I haven't stopped working. Well, since I sat down. We did have a meeting, and when I wasn't involved in the meeting, I was working, and I was finally like, you know what? I've got to get up and go take a walk and get out of this chair. Penelope, please come. Anyway, so someone in the comments mentioned last night, and I'm so bad about names, but she said something about a lizard in her blinds when I was talking about the stink bug in the blinds. She said that's better than a lizard or something along those lines. And I said, well, that does remind me of a story. It's a lizard without legs, though. A slithery lizard without legs that they call a snake. A snake. Oh no. Oh no. I thought the car that had the dog had left, but I think it's behind this house, so we're not walking back there because that dog was loose a minute ago, and I thought they left, and that's why I came out to walk. I mean, I doubt it's an aggressive dog, but still, it wasn't on a leash. And Penelope doesn't, you know, she doesn't like stuff like that. Which I wouldn't either if I wasn't expecting a large dog to run up on me. I wouldn't like it either. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, back to the snakes. So if you don't like snakes, you might not want to watch this part. Well, I had a Siberian Husky. And that Siberian Husky's name was Zappa. Zappa woke me up in the middle of the night. He had a collar and a little dingy thing on his collar. You know, his rabies things, all those things. And his tag with his name. Because I don't know if you know this, but Huskies are infamous for escaping. And he would escape a lot. So I always had his name on his tag. Come on, let's go this way. He woke me up in the middle of the night with the tingle of his tingle. You know what I'm saying? The tags making noise, words. And I was like, stop it. Because, you know, that's your first thought. Stop it. Hey. And he kept doing it. And I was like, stop it. I just want to sleep. Well, anyway. I then started smelling something really strange. And I thought, well, that's strange. Well, I still to this day don't know. Do snakes have smells? Do they put off smells when they're afraid? Or was it my dog? I don't know. I'd never smelled that smell. Ooh, that smell. Bottom. Can you smell that smell? Bottom. Well, anyway, I finally was able to get up. Because when you wake up in the middle of the night, you can't always function, you know? So, I finally get up and I start walking over to let the dog out because I thought, well, maybe he's got to go out. And when I got over to the door, lo and behold, there was a snake on the floor. And the dog was trying to save me from the snake. I don't know what kind of snake it was. I don't care what kind of snake it was. I didn't want it in the house. Well, the dog, and the snake were in front of my door. I jumped on, I don't know, some sort of piece of furniture that was next to the door. And I was standing, I think it was a couch or a love seat or so, I don't know, it doesn't matter. But I'm standing on that and I'm leaning way over and I keep telling him to move. You gotta move so I can open the door. Well, you know how they show their teeth. He would show his teeth and he would pick the snake up. He wasn't killing it. He did not kill the snake. But he kept, like, he'd pick it up and then he'd put it back down. I guess he didn't like it either. And I finally was able to get the door open enough. And he picked the snake up and took it outside. Now, what he did with it once he got outside, I have no idea. But he got it out of the house. He was my hero. Sure was. And then the second time a snake, this was at my parents' house. It was in the basement. And I went to the basement and there's this little curled up snake. And my nephew was at the house, and my nephew was a prankster. I mean, especially when he was young and in college, and he lived down here, so he was close. And I said, "Ha, you're real funny. The snake doesn't scare me." Well, he said, "What snake?" Huh? It was the way he said it that I knew that he had not put the snake, the fake snake, in the basement. I said, the snake curled up? And then I hear him walking swiftly towards the basement steps, I was about to pick it up. Again, I don't know what it was. It was probably perfectly harmless. I don't know. Well, then my dad comes a-running, and he had some sort of, it was some sort of bowl or a pot with a lid. It was a pot with, I don't know, it was some sort of pot with a lid or something. Now, I think now if that happened, thinking logically now, and I don't have anyone around to help me, like my dad and my nephew, I think I would just get a broom and a dustpan. I think I would sweep it into the dustpan, and I would, dustpan, does that really have a D on the end? Sure. I think I would just sweep it into the dustpan, and then I would run screaming to the door to throw it outside. But yeah, but I don't know. My dad had some sort of pot with a lid, and he was trying to get the snake into the pot with the lid, and I was screaming hysterically, and he said, "The screaming is really not helping." I've matured a lot since then, okay? Just saying, I've learned how to handle things on my own. More so. Anyway, I'll be back. All right, now here we are, end of the day, and I'm finishing off this video. Yes, I am. I don't know what she's... What you doing? Huh? You're on the... She picks the most awkward way to get somewhere. Yes, you do. Well, anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon, because people be crazy. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries, which will be tomorrow, since I post every day. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Toodles, my noodles. Goodbye.